The Phantom Knights have gotten support in 2026. Is this real? Is this fucking real? Of course. I had to make a video. Obviously, I don't do videos. I don't upload them until Wednesday. But I had to make one. So if you can see here, I had to make a brand new tab where I can pretty much script and get everything pretty much written and also my thoughts on it. So yeah, we're just gonna be going over it. I also have a custom one where I really want hopefully something. Now obviously I think that's the 5 cards that are already confirmed is pretty much what we're getting. But hopefully in the near future I get something like the card I made, which I'll be going over pretty much at the end. So we have the Phantom Knights of DK Cloak. It's a warrior effect, level rank. I say rank level 3, and you can only use each of the effects once per turn. If this card is in your hand, you can reveal one other Phantom Knights card in your hand. Special summon. Its card is normal or special summon, which is it will be pretty much right after this one. You can add one Phantom Knights monster from your deck to your hand, and its last effect is the Grave effect. You can just banish it, target one Xyz monster you control, and pretty much use it as a level. So that's pretty much what I kind of recap here. You can easily be special summoned and search for other Phantom Knights up here. So let's just say you have a DK Cloak, you automatically you pretty much gonna have another Phantom Knights in your hand. Like that's pretty much the odds. So you pretty much get to summon this for free. Let's just say when you summon it, you want, I don't know, maybe a boost in attack. So you're gonna get Ragged Gloves, and then boom, you can easily make Breakzord with 3k attack. And you can also banish it. Let's just say you use Breakzord's effect, I don't know, second turn, because obviously, unless they have like a card in your first turn where they can just set something, you can't really use Breakzord. But let's say like your second turn, you use Breakzord's effect. You just show you like one of your cards and another opponent's cards. You banish it, and then make Breakzord a level. So again, it's more useful, but I think it's just pretty much like a starter. Again, like it's a combo starter, and you can use it to search, which is really good. So the next one, the Phantom Knights of Doom, Solar, I think that's how you say it. It's another rank level 3. I keep saying rank. And of course warrior. So I think they're aiming for like Breakzord, I guess, like trying to summon it more faster. Of course, some of these effects that they the new cards have are like increasing, well, increasing to a degree, which I'll get, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So you can only use each of the second and third effects once per turn. If you control no monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon this card once per turn this way. If this card is normal, special summon, you can set one Phantom Knight spell or trap directly from your deck. You can banish this card from your graveyard and check it up to 2 level 3 or rank. 2 level or rank 3. Dark monsters you control increase level plus rank by 1. So this is what I was talking about. Can easily use the first effect to special summon. Again, it's kind of like a little bit like Cyber Dragon, I would say, or Speed War Terratop, which I have right here, where of course if you have nothing in your field, special summon, and again, its second effect is kind of like that. You can set one Phantom Knight spell or trap. So again, kind of like Speed War Terratop, if you guys know that. But you can set one spell or trap of your deck. Apologies, I had to cut that part because background noise. But third effect is like Breakzord. You just need to be banished to increase level / rank again. So back to what I was saying like before this card. You can just banish this card once it's in the grave and then target, like, I don't know. It's kind of like weird in my opinion, because for, well, at least the rank, I don't know, maybe I'm missing out on something, because this is rank 2 level or rank 3 dark monsters you control. So the only ones that will target, from what I'm seeing, is of course the new card, which is this, or Breaksword, because again, we only have 2 level 3 PK Xyz monsters. Again, like, it's not much that I don't know, maybe I'm missing on something. I'm really I really am thinking like unless it's like trying to link another uh other Phantom again. Like I play like pure Phantom Knights, or like in real life or in duelings to a degree, because again I use a yuto style deck, so it's gonna be Phantom Knights or that little bit of Odd Eyes, which is gonna be Raging, or what's the other one, or Odd Eyes Rebellion Dragon, which again is to a degree still kind of Phantom Knights and Dark Rebellion is. So again, I don't know what that rank is gonna really mean, or why, because you can increase it and then which will be like a rank 4. But again, unless you're using this where you can just use its ranks to level, so you can turn, I don't know, breaks, or breaks gets it's, you have a break zone in the field, you banish this, you can make it a level 4 and another monster, I'm guessing it's gonna be a level 4. Then you banish this to make it its rank into level, so now you have a rank 4 breaksword, and then you can summon like Dark Rebellion or Raiders Knight. Like it's kind of confusing to me. Maybe I have like this kind of like part wrong, but it does, like from everything I'm seeing, that's how like it's like kind of like telling me. Again, maybe I'm wrong, or maybe I got the information wrong, or again, it's still kind of new. So if there's any updates, maybe I'll put in the comments. But that's kind of like what is kind of like the gist of that third effect. But apart from that, everything looks good. Again, it's like Speedway Terratop, which is really good. I do have a Speedway deck also, so I know how that kind of works. So this is just being able to search a spell trap, pretty good, pretty good, especially just directly from the deck. All right, the Phantom Knights of Malevolence Scythe. I'm hoping I'm saying that shit right. This is again two level 3 dark monsters. I forgot to put this in, so I'll put it in a comment. And of course, it's a rank 3 Xyz effect monster. You can only use each of these effects once per turn. You detach one material from the source, but summon one Phantom Knights monster from your deck. That's the first one. Second one, if you Xyz summon an Xyz dragon monster while this card is in the monster zone, you can add one rank up magic spell from your deck to your hand. The second one, and the third one is, if this card is destroyed, you can add one Phantom Knights card from your banishment to your hand, except an Xyz monster. So, from what I wrote, is you need, of course, 2 level 3 in the monster, which is pretty easy. So just PK from the deck and makes combos easier due to this first one. Like again, all you gotta do is just detach, special summon auto directly from your deck. While face up, you can obtain a rank up magic, 1 of 3 PK, of course, rank up spells, especially the new one, which is gonna be Requiem, pretty much base, to summon other rebellion forms. Again, pretty good, especially it just gets you like a Requiem either on standby, or if you want to play again, like maybe aggressive, you go for Requiem immediately. But usually I kind of like how I play it. Sometimes you see in my videos, I use it kind of like as a, I like to say second option. Obviously, duelinks is different, but maybe in Master Duel or like just TCG in general, when you play like I don't know, when you go to tournaments or just locals, yeah, that's gonna be really good. When destroyed, you can also reobtain a banished monster, except Xyz like Mistclaw, more useful again. So this other effect where if it's destroyed, you can add one Phantom Knights card from your banishment to your hand, except an Xyz monster. So it's pretty much a Mistclaw, just needs to be destroyed, which it's you. This is probably gonna get destroyed. Um, Again, really good. You don't really need a Mistclaw as much, maybe, unless you want to use. I know that Mistclaw has like the other effect, but the chances of you getting Mistclaw, well, this can be easily summoned, is more useful. So again, really good. I hope in the near future, again, I say in the near future because we're just finally getting the Phantom Knight support, but maybe we get like a Phantom Knights that's gonna be rank 4, since a majority of these are targeting like level 3 into transition to Dark Rebellion. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe maybe get like, of course we have also the Dark Rebellion guard, which I don't have here because again, I think at the time of me making this, there's like not everything's confirmed, but it is what it is. You know, Hopefully you do, but pretty good card in general. Next in line we have rank up Magic Phantom Knight Requiem. Of course, normal spell. You can only activate this card once per turn. Target one Phantom Knight or Exceeds Dragon monster in your graveyard or banishment, special summon it, but its effects are negated. Then special summon from your extra deck one Phantom Knight or Exceeds Dragon monster that is one rank higher than the darker monster you control by using that monster as material. Just a classic rank up card. Pretty much just what it is. You can only activate, of course, this card once per turn. So I wrote special summon other forms of Dark Rebellion, of course, but it favors, of course, the GOAT Requiem. Don't even call it Dark Requiem because it's GOAT Requiem because he's like, alright, that shit is fucking amazing. I always love it. Jesus fucking Christ, it's so underrated. But of course, there needs to be a Z monster in your grave or banished first. So instead of just targeting from your, will pretty much be like, I don't know, like how other the rank up magics use, which is pretty much like, I think force, which I have it right here, launcher force. You need like one on the field. This one you just need one banish or in the grave. So again, pretty much like safe state. After further research, no site has listed this as a quick spell like launcher force. So that's like the only one where it's kind of like a bit mixed for me. So obviously this is amazing when you draw it and when you have it, but the fact that it's not a quick spell is kind of like a little bit of nerf. I think if you have it as a quick spell, it just makes it so much better. You can like activate Requiem, or you can get Requiem like in your opponent's turn, like how let's just say you use launcher force. You can get Requiem out and you can use it in your opponent's turn. You can have a Requiem just like on standby in your opponent's turn, and then if they try to negate it, a Requiem has already a negate, which is kind of I'm kind of just mad it's not a fucking quick spell, but it is what it is. You know, I was just thinking about like the plays you can do if it was, but again, still pretty good, especially since, you know, if let's just say Dark Rebellion, you have an OG one. I call it OG, but it's just Dark Rebellion Z Dragon. It gets destroyed. You of course just use this, bring out Requiem, and boom, you have a negate and also pretty much drain to 0 attack. So I really love that card. I'm gonna get that shit 3 copies, and I don't know if it's for me. I'll probably not 3 copies. I don't know how I would put this in a deck. I'm thinking like of course like TCG or Master Duel, like maybe one of each. Maybe this is gonna probably be more instead of like launcher force. Maybe like 2, and you put 1/1. Again, I'll probably like to see once we do get it, but again, definitely probably gonna be needed if you love Requiem, just like your boy. Alright, next card is the Fancy Knights of Umbridge Veil. I'm hoping I'm saying this right. It's gonna be a normal trap. You can only use each of these effects once per turn. If you have the Fancy Knights monster on your field or in your grave, you can activate this card to turn its set. Special summon this as a card as a normal monster. If it's gonna be a level 3, again, not treated as a trap. Then you can change one attack position monster your opponent controls to defense. Second and last is going to be you banish this card from the graveyard. Immediately after this effect resolves, XD summon one dark monster. So what I wrote is just a recap. Quick to activate and can be used as a material, obviously. It's like the other card. I forgot. I'm really doing bad. It's like a shield or something. But it's kind of like that. The other trap card. But again, it's more useful. This is definitely more useful. Also changes the opponent's monster position via activation, though it's gonna be only attack to defense, not defense to attack. So that's kind of like I don't know. Maybe if you're gonna stick to probably only fancy fights, it's pretty good. But unless like you're trying to do damage, maybe you're trying to get Requiem. Again, I'm just trying to, since it's kind of like more on Requiem, especially with this card I'm seeing. Again, I don't know if you actually, I don't know, is this special? This card is not treated, then you can change. I think it's since it says then, I don't think you need to. So I might have to go over that part. But overall, again, it's like if it is like immediately, or if it's optional. I mean to say, if it's optional, then it'll be pretty good. If it's like you have to, maybe it's a little bit of a downside, but I think that's fine. Like I don't think that's gonna like make that a scar like, oh, you can't play this shit. I think it's just pretty. It's fine. It's pretty much good. Um, Again, I don't know if it's optional or not, so let's leave it at that. Graveyard effect can get out and disease monster. So if this is like this one card, if I'm trying to remember, it's like Speed Void Dice. There's like a trap card as well where you can banish it and then like immediately summon it on your opponent's turn. I think it's kind of like that. So again, if it is where you can just use this graveyard effect and banish it on your opponent's turn, and then special summon one dark disease monster, I think it would be pretty good. Again, just not to get out Requiem, because you're probably gonna have like what, like 2 level rank 3s or rank 4s, so maybe you can get Brave Sword as like kind of like coverage. I say coverage because like if it gets destroyed, you can summon like the material you use to get it out, which will then be rank 4. So I think yeah, it's pretty good, pretty good. The Phantom Knight's Fogblade, which is just an alt. I wrote the same as Fogblade, just different art. So this is pretty fucking cool as well. Instead of just like the Zord, what it used to be. And if you don't know what it does, is activate this card by targeting one effective monster on the field, negate that face-up monster's effects, and it cannot attack, and it cannot target other monsters to attack. Of course, when this card leaves the field, it is destroyed. You can banish this card, and it works like the other Zords, or you can just special summon it, but banish once it leaves. So, after all that's what I love. Before I get into my card, I kind of want and hopefully get in the future. Maybe I'm coping. Maybe I have to wait another 4 or 5 years. But in general, these are pretty good. Especially this, as a Requiem fan, I really love this card. I definitely will have probably try to keep. I don't know if I'll have like separate, but if this does get added to duelinks, which is what I'm playing at the moment, I will fucking return to Phantom Knights like immediately. I don't know how much like you guys don't understand, or you guys probably do, since y'all also love Phantom Knights. But oh my god, I can't wait to get my hands on this. Of course, Japanese gets released first, so we just gonna have to wait. But the wait will come. We waited long enough. We can wait a little bit more. All right. And this is what I kind of wanted, what I would hopefully like, which is the Phantom Knight's Graveyard. It's a custom card, and it will be a field spell. Of course, let's go over it before I go over why and the critiques. During your main phase, you can normal summon one Phantom Knight's monster in addition to your normal summon. You cannot special summon monsters the turn you activate this effect, except dark monsters. So this is the restriction. If you control 2 Phantom Knights effect monsters, you can change both monsters levels between 2 to 4. You can only use each of these effects once per turn, and that's pretty much overall the kind of gist of it. Why this card? More varied to other Phantom Knights and usage. Currently only 3 Phantom Knights XZ mon, so this is not including like Raiders Knight or there's only Raiders Knight or Dark Rebellion. There's other, since it does get like the other card, which is gonna be, I think it's called, wait, I'm trying to remember, Dark Rebellion, Xyz Dragon, the other Heavenly Dragon. I think that's the new card that's also coming out with these other 5 cards. But apart from that, that's the only, like, I'm trying to like make this card as, or hopefully the Konami makes a card where it pretty much utilizes Phantom Knights more. So of course, I wrote, make the Phantom Knights of Curse Javelin easier and actual playable. So of not including like Dark Rebellion or Raiders Knight, which doesn't have Phantom Knights in the name. Obviously, it's part of the archetype, but it doesn't really have like Phantom Knights. The Cursed Javelin is pretty much like not playable. Of course, there's this one like skill in duelinks where you can use it to bring it out. But apart from that, it's unless like you have like 2 wrong magnet rings, this is what we call it, the Phantom Knight strap, like it's gonna be pretty much hard to get Javelin. Third effect, transition to XZ Phantom Knights or OG Dark Rebellion, also fast. Again, this is where also kind of like the critiques come in, because of course you can transition to XZ's, Phantom Knights, or OG, of course, Dark Rebellion, or again Raiders Knight, which I kind of always forget. But this is where the critiques come in, because no graveyard affects like other Phantom Knights cards, which means it's gonna be yet less useful. Of course, all of these cards have a graveyard effect of barring rank up, which rank up never really does, unless there's only one that does. I don't know if it's Launcher Force. One of these has like where you can banish the spell, and you can add, if you have one Phantom Knight's monster in your hand, you can attach it to your Xyz you control, and that's pretty much the only one. So again, do you really need a graveyard effect? Maybe you want to do if you want to make it more viable, but that is a critique. Other one is more harder restrictions. Again, you can special summon monsters the turn you activate this card, except dark monsters. You cannot. So meaning you can still like pretty much summon but dark monsters, but the thing that makes it should be harder to like summon, or more harder restriction, is that majority of cards are dark monsters. So you can maybe, I don't know, again, just to prevent it from being banned or like OP, maybe I should put like maybe a hard restriction. Maybe Konami can do it. I know I'm kind of coping at this point, but I really do hope they get like a field spell maybe, or maybe a card that can make Javelin more playable. That's kind of what more I want. Again, I do want them to make like more XZ's Phantom Knights. There's so many like speedrun cards that they have, and what Starving Venom? So what's Starving Venom's archetype? I'm trying to think real quick. Predaplant. That it's kind of sad that we only have 3 actual Phantom Knights monsters that have it, which is of course Curse Javelin, Breakzord, and what's the other one? This one. Melevance. Hopefully I'm saying that right again. Scythe. I think these are only 3 that have like Phantom Knights. Of course, there's the other one. What's the other one called? Well, it's not Xyz monsters. Xyz monster. It's Link. So again, I really hope that they do add more into the archetype. And yeah, just kind of it. Let me know what you guys think. Of course, a lot of people are thrilled, just as myself. Like, I could not stop thinking about this while I was just doing my work. I'm like, fuck, bro. I really want to talk about this. So again, really hope, really hope that I get my hands also. And pretty much all it is when I do buy the new set that comes in English. So yeah, thank you for watching.